What up, guys? Welcome to the channel, man. Got a surprise guest appearing on the channel today. You guys are in for a treat, man. I'm getting ready to go head over here to this recreation center and meet up with my guy, Travel Trucker. All right. Some of you guys probably already subscribed to his channel. If you're not already, by the end of this video, you definitely are going to be subscribing to his channel. All right. So look, I'm running a little bit behind. He's already en route. It's only about 5 minutes away from the crib, so we should get there shortly, man. Y'all keep it locked. What up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. I'm back with another video, man. You guys already see it. Today we here with a special guest. I got my boy Travel Trucker in the building, man.
What's up,
so you
YouTube?
know, man, if you're not already subscribed to his channel, definitely subscribe to his channel. So me and him just gonna chop it up today, man. We're gonna talk about, you know, trucking, of course, a little bit of investing, and I got some questions for him about the video that I reacted to. If you guys haven't checked that video out, you definitely want to do that.
He gonna drop a link below.
I gotta drop a link. The video went crazy, so I want to hear some of his thoughts on that video, man. But before we dive into it, I want him to share our first encounter with you guys. Like, how did we first meet? Tell him that story, man.
I want to say it was like 7 in the morning, and I had just got fuel at the Loves in Gulfport, Mississippi. That's one of my favorite truck stop, guys. Loves in Gulfport, because they got the McDonald's in it. And I had just pulled up from the fuel island, and I was going in to go get my my egg sandwich. And the first person I seen when I jumped out the truck, I said, man, one of my favorite YouTubers. I said, there you go right there, Anthony TV. Now, mind you guys, he didn't know who I was with Candy Paint. He get people walking up on him every day. He got to make sure they ain't finna rob him. He let him like he seen the ghost. I never told him who I was. I never told him my name. Never told him I was a YouTuber. I was just a genuine fan. I said, I'm not gonna let him know none of that. And I told myself, I say, at some point, he gonna cross paths with me one day. He gonna know who I am and the next time he see me. And here we are.
Yeah, hey, it was crazy, man. I didn't even know who he was. We live in the same city. And recently he made a video and he talked about that moment when we met, and I had to think back. I was like, oh, that was you. You know what I mean? I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel at the time, but it's funny how life works. It came back full circle. Now we sitting side by side making this video, man. But I like what he's doing over there, man, on his channel. Great content, providing a lot of value to the trucking community, and we're gonna touch on some of that today, man. But he made a video a couple months ago, man, about 2 months ago, and I think the title was something, why truck drivers gonna be broke in 2024.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. So what I want to know from you, bro, is what inspired you to make that video? Was it what you was hearing from people on other videos, or people commenting, saying something about the trucking industry that inspired you to make that video? Or what were you seeing to make you make that video?
Well, I seen it firsthand, not just from co-workers, but from people at the truck stop and what I was seeing on YouTube. And I noticed that a lot of truck drivers, I didn't realize how many truck drivers were dependent on their truck driving income. And when I finally seen that, I realized that, oh man, 2024 gonna be bad for a lot of truck drivers. So when I made that video, I was just on the point where I didn't want to just vent and say my opinion, because I didn't really see nobody say it yet. If they did, I didn't catch it, and I'm all on YouTube. And I was stating the obvious. I was saying what everybody was scared to say, that owner operators was failing, not beknownst to their own right, but because of the way the system is set up with insurance, loads are not paying nothing, and a lot of company drivers were not getting loads. They were getting sent home, and I seen, you know, people using credit cards, and people wasn't investing like I do. And I noticed it was more people not doing what they should be doing than there were people doing what they were supposed to be doing. So when I noticed all that, I just felt like I had to make that video and show y'all that, hey, people not making money outside of trucking like you think. Them people that you think got 100,000 saved up, they probably 1 week away from poverty.
Yeah.
So I just said what it needed to be said, and nobody else was saying it. So I felt like at that time, while I was driving in that car that night, I just had to just, you know, share my thoughts.
Yeah, and what's crazy, man, when I heard the video, I was like, man, I gotta react to this video, because I don't know, well, you was in the comments on the video that I reacted to, so I seen you going back and forth with a few people, but the vast majority of people on that video actually agreed with what he was saying. There were a few people that had a difference of opinion, but right now in the state of trucking and the economy, the industry, one thing that we hear now, particularly from owner operators, is that you hear trucking is dead, don't get into trucking. Why do you think that is, man? Do you feel like they really believe that trucking is dead? Because I know we both probably get asked by different people, should I get into trucking? And I think somebody that's getting ready to get into this industry, or at least interested in getting into trucking, and they see that, like for example, I posted a comment a couple days ago where somebody was like, look, I'm starting trucking school in 2 weeks, but I'm seeing all this negativity around trucking about why I shouldn't get into trucking and how bad trucking is. So this person was discouraged from getting into the industry. And when I read his comment, excuse me, I actually screenshot it. I didn't even respond to it. And I did that intentionally because I wanted to screenshot it and share it on my community tab to get feedback from the other truckers in the community. And that's exactly what happened. So when I posted it, people that are doing well in trucking commented on the post and basically was like, look, I'm doing well. Somebody even said, look, I made, you know, I think it was $40-some thousand last year.
Mm-hmm.
So
I seen that.
Yeah, so like people are still making money, people are still doing good in the trucking industry, and I'm glad that so many people responded to that post, because it gave that person hope. That person actually saw the post and came back and was like, man, I'm still excited about getting into trucking, and I just want to drive a truck. So I think the reason I did that, because I didn't want to respond to it. I could have, but I wanted other people in the industry to respond to it so he could see other people outside of myself saying positive things about the trucking industry, because it's not all bad, right? I just feel like a lot of people have had bad experiences at whatever particular thing that they're doing, and then a lot of people are saying, okay, trucking is dead, or trucking is bad, or don't get into trucking, and they're just basing it solely off their own personal experience. I could be way off base, but that's just my thoughts around that. But what you think about it?
I think that person that commented, if we just focusing on him, well, we're not gonna focus on him, we're gonna focus on people like him. That's one of the drivers that didn't do what they were supposed to do, and he mad at the world. So everybody knows the economy is going through a shift right now. It happens every 10, 15 years, so it's not a surprise. And the people that you see saying negative about trucking, they don't have the wherewithal, they don't have the mindset to transition to something else when something's going bad. Now, for the most part, owner operators are getting screwed over right now, and that's the fact. So he has a little bit of personal reasoning behind his statement, because hey, everybody knows insurance is through the roof. It's tripled. Even with you not having anything on your record, you're paying 3 times what you paid last year. Rates, you know, C.H. Robinson, Uber Freight, you know, what they're doing to these drivers now is insane. And you know, even if you find a good paying load, that owner operator can't move it because he hasn't done at least 12 loads in the last 3 months with that broker. So now he can't even get the good paying load. So that's what they're fighting with on their side of the fence. They're not on your side of the fence to that person that's in CDL school looking to be a company guy. So you got to stay away from them, stay away from they, like they always say, and you got to go see stuff for yourself and come to people's channel like Anthony TV, Mines, you know, whoever you may be seeing, Trucking with Tay, you know, Mr. Bottom Mile, any one of them guys that's showing you stuff from this side of the fence to show that, hey, it still is a way to be made in trucking, even in bad times.
Right. Yeah, absolutely, man. everybody knows it's no secret that the economy isn't in the greatest shape. However, there are still people that are doing well in the trucking industry. So for anybody watching this video, if you know somebody or if you are somebody who are a little bit apprehensive about getting into the trucking industry, we're both here to tell you that trucking is what you make it. And a lot of people, more people than what you may think, are doing well in trucking. Yes, there are some people that may not be getting the success that they're looking for. A lot of those people are probably owner operators and or OTR drivers. But I think the vast majority of people are doing well. You know what I mean? And look, if you're doing something that you may not be doing well in, the trucking industry is big. There are a lot of different things you can do in trucking. So you don't have to just focus on one particular job, which is why I try to emphasize and stress to you guys, get those endorsements, right? Make yourself more valuable to the marketplace so you can pivot and move around if you need to. And just don't be complacent in this industry. You know what I'm saying?
That's the biggest problem.
Bro, it's a lot of opportunities out there and people just be stuck on one thing, right? And so give yourself more options, make yourself more valuable. When you're able to do more things within this industry, you're gonna have more opportunities. All right, that's the bottom line. So somebody getting into the industry that may have dreams and aspirations to become an owner operator, I think I probably already know the answer to this question or what you may say, but somebody that want to become an owner operator, do you think it's feasible?
Right now, well, do I think it's feasible to be an owner operator? Based off of metrics and the numbers I'm seeing, hell no. I don't care what state you in, who you are, what you think you may know. The trucks may be cheap. They're cheap for a reason. That's because a lot of truck drivers folded, went bankrupt. Now that 2020 truck is $20,000. That's your first red flag to not be an owner operator. So do I think you should be an owner operator right now? No, I think you should go company, and I can personally myself show you that you can make 6 figures without having to have all that overhead. So now is the worst time to be an owner operator and to get into trucking right now, you know, and it's not directly affected because of you. This is just facts. Yeah. Insurance rates don't pay high. Mega carriers are going to undercut you, and you're going to have to just make your way back to a company at the end of the day. You know, COVID was the biggest blessing and curse at the same time. It showed you who the real people was, and it showed you the people that thought they could be something that they're not. So when all that stuff hit the wall, that's who we at now. So to anybody watching this, you know, let me not be negative on owner operators, but if you're not already in the game, I would personally tell you, now is not a good time to be an owner operator. That's even a lease guy. A lot of people don't know the difference between leasing and lease purchase. So you got a lot of drivers out here signing lease purchases, not knowing what they're doing, and that's actually a problem they're having over at Prime right now. A lot of people are, you know, signing these leases, trying to do their own thing, and they shooting themselves in the foot. So don't be one of them guys that jump out the gate thinking you could be an owner operator. Now is not the good time, man. I would personally say go company driving and build off of that with the for sure money and start creating money outside of trucking. That's just the way, that's just what it's gonna be now. The whole pipe dream of having 3 or 4 trucks and you sitting at home dispatching your drivers, like I say, man, I don't care where you at, that is dead. That is done. And you maybe can get 2 trucks out the game if you got a close family member that's driving, but the whole 4 or 5 driving fleet, that's done, man. I argue that with anybody on YouTube right now, man. So I would think go safe, play it smart, get your chickens right in order, get your credit right, go to school at night. You know, you ain't got to start a YouTube channel. Start investing, get you something that gives you dividends, or get you a brokerage account like I'm always preaching to you truck drivers out there. Yeah. Or, you know, or start a family business with your family that they can run while you're on the road. The key is to get in and get out. You do not get in trucking without a plan. The people that's getting in trucking without a plan, you're gonna be them drivers that's in the comments being negative because you in your 50s, you been in this company 15 years, you don't know what you're gonna do next because you already out the game. You ain't got the needs no more to go to food service or LTL, or you ain't got the brains or energy to create a channel. So don't be them guys that waited too long and now you looking at everybody mad at the world because you missed your opportunity. So no, owner operator is not in the cards if you're not already in the game right now. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that are in the game right now, a lot of them have cultivated and built relationships. Those are some of the ones that I think are probably doing well. Some of those guys that probably
and those are few
over time. Yeah, they're probably doing well. But somebody that's just getting into it, trying to get into it, it's probably gonna be a little bit more challenging for you at this point right here. Just based on everything Travel Trucker just said, man. And also, man, do your due diligence, do your research. Check out some of these other owner operators on YouTube. Get in the comment section, ask questions. Try to find the people who are having success as an owner operator and ask them questions. Ask them how they did it, and ask them, do they think it's a good idea for you to get in right now at this point to become an owner operator? But that would be, you know, our suggestion. Another thing he mentioned is investing, right? And I know he talk about it on his channel. I talk about it on my channel. There's some other content creators. Shout out to Dirty Broke. I know he talk about it on his channel. But investing, man, is so important, right? You know, we talk about making all this money in the trucking industry, but what are we doing with the money that we make? You got to be smart with your money. And I said this on the most recent video I made, and I was talking about, you know, I don't believe in job security, right? I think the only job security is ownership. So if you don't own anything, then, you know, it's pretty much no job security if you're working for a company, because anything could happen at any time, right? I don't care how long you've been with that company.
That's the nature of trucking.
Yeah, I don't care. That's the nature of business. I don't care what company you're with or how long you've been there. Things can change, right? And so we want to focus on, okay, how can I create an additional stream of income and not just solely rely on just one primary source of income? I know some of y'all probably been in a company for 15, 20 plus years or so. You probably got retirement. Some of y'all probably got a pension. I still think it's a good idea to have a brokerage account where you have separate personal investments at outside of your retirement account, and or have a side hustle, a side business, something that your primary job or your primary source of income can help fund. You can leverage that money and try to, you know, start another business, something that's able to get you a little bit more or generate more income, right? Me and him both, we do the YouTube thing. That's a revenue stream. We both investors, passive income from dividends. And so, and plus, you know, whatever job we have. And so I know he has multiple side businesses, and that's the name of the game, man. Like, you just never know what's gonna happen. We seen what happened in 2008 with the housing market. The crash turned into what, the Great Recession. Fast forward to COVID, caught everybody by surprise. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people haven't recovered from COVID. Businesses got shut down. And so it's just things that caught us by surprise. A lot of people got furloughed, never came back. And so these are some of the things that are unknown, right? The unexpected things is what we need to prepare for. And so that's the kind of mindset that I have. I know that's the kind of mindset that Travel Trucker has. And so, you know, just don't get too comfortable, man. Always be thinking about the next thing, right? What can happen. I know people, a lot of people got the YOLO mindset, and they just want to, you know, ball out every day, spend all their paycheck.
Don't live above your means.
Exactly, man. Don't live above your means. We know that over 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That includes six-figure earners are living paycheck to paycheck. Why is that? Because they're overextended. They got more debt than what they're making, right? And so that's what happens. You don't want to be part of that statistic. Over 50% of Americans don't have $1,000 liquid cash for unexpected expenses. That's bad, you know what I mean? You don't want to be a part of that number. And so you got to be smart with your money, man. A lot of people are coming into the industry right now that are coming in the industry hoping to make more money than what they're making right now. I know when I came in, well, my first trucking job, I just posted about this. I was only making $40,000, right? I took a pay cut from what I was making prior to getting into trucking, but now, fast forward, what, almost 5 years later, I'm making twice what I made for my first trucking job. So, you know, you just gotta stay with it, grind hard, stay consistent, and I think things will work out for you. The more good things you do, I think good things will work out for you, man. So don't be discouraged if you're somebody that's in the trucking industry right now. You just coming into the industry. You may be doing something over the road right now, and you got a terrible rate. You're not making a lot of money right now. Understand that when it comes to trucking, driving experience is one of the most important things. So once you get, just say, a year under your belt, you should be able to write your own ticket. But just be patient, man. If you're lucky enough, there are jobs out there where you can come in the door and make 70, 80, even $100,000 if you get into something like, you know, food service. You know, it's definitely possible in food service. A lot of people don't like touching freight, but that's why there's some money in that particular industry, if you don't mind working for it. But all I'm saying is, man, there are a lot of opportunities in this industry. So when you hear people say, don't get into trucking, there's no money in trucking, I'm telling you, that's not true.
That's not true, man.
That's not true. What kind of advice you want to give to people, man? Like new truck drivers coming into the industry.
Live beneath your means. No matter what lane of trucking you deciding, whether it was flatbed like me or food service like him, live beneath your means, and that way, like I always tell myself, if you live beneath your means, you'll never go broke. And I really live by that. You know, even in hard times, if you live beneath your means, when times is good, when stuff goes bad, you can coast. You may not have what you had, but you can coast to where you won't go without. And you know, I'm living testimony to that, because you know, right now I'm not even driving trucks right now. I just, you know, stuff happens and you just got to take a step back, and rather me just go jump out the window and do, you know, any trucking job, I'm sitting back, I'm playing the field, I'm getting all my stuff ready so I can be appeasing to anybody I choose. But I'm at a point where, you know, I used to shoot to go make more money. Now I can just sit back. Now you may see me bagging groceries just because I'm bored, because I set myself up to where, hey, when you get burned out on the road, because you will get to that point at some point to where I don't really want to be in a truck right now. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna work at McDonald's, man, but yeah, I just need something just to do at this point. And I was blessed enough to set myself up to where I'm not really tripping on the money right now. You know, I may go undercover and go do some research and go work in the warehouse doing a forklift driver. They don't even got to know who I am. You know, like I say, the first time I met Anthony, he didn't know me from a can of paint. He didn't know what I had going on. I was just some dirty flatbed trucker, you know, getting fuel. You know, nobody knows, you know, what I do unless I tell you, unless you know me personally. So I like the fact that I can just blend in and try stuff that I wouldn't be able to do had I overextended myself truck driving. You know, we all get paid every Friday, and the biggest thing I see is I see truck drivers that's making $60,000 manage their money better than you guys making $100,000 at a truck driver job. So had I not did what I was supposed to do, and and whatever happened, I'm not in the truck, I'd be up the creek right now. But trucking industry is one of the few, I'm not gonna say the only, but it's one of the few jobs where you can have a right way passes to 6 figures without having a college degree. Outside of an accountant, lawyer, or a doctor, there's not many professions. I don't know if you can find me one where you could be working and make, you know, 75,000 plus is upper middle class in my book. Right. You know, being in the South
without having no college debt.
There's no other job that you can show me that's gonna streamline you to 75,000 plus than being a truck driver. You could quit today and go get 100 job offers tomorrow. There's no profession that works like that. You go to anywhere in Fortune 500 or, you know, Business America, you're gonna start at the bottom. They don't care about your credential. A bachelor's degree is just like a GED now. That's fact. You could Google it. So trucking is the only industry where you could quit today and make more money tomorrow. You go work that desk job, they're gonna make you start at the bottom, and you're gonna have to work your way up. They don't care about that. You're not gonna just jump job to job anywhere else. Trucking industry is a blessing in disguise if you know how to work it. It will open doors for you that you would never be afforded had you went and used your college degree for a job. I'm not knocking college, but at this point, majority of people, or at least where I live at, the most people that make the most money are people that have trades and they have a CDL. That CDL is that golden ticket for you to open doors. Like I always preach to y'all, you get in the CDL, you get in the trucking with a plan. You don't get in the trucking without a plan. You give it 10, 15 years tops, and you out the window. I don't care who you are, man. Trucking, you will not get rich trucking. You will make a lot of money, but you will not get rich. So you bet, while you making your golden years worth of money, you set yourself up to make money outside of trucking to where, you know, you could be like I say, I'm never just using myself as an example, but I gotta use myself as an example. You could take a month off and money still coming in. That's the whole goal of trucking, to where trucking will set you up light years ahead to where you could have been working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
The hours may be long, you may gotta sacrifice time away from your family, your significant other, but you put in that work, other doors will open, you know. And like I say, man, watching his channel, he motivated me, you know, to get my YouTube rolling.
Yeah.
He watching him do what he do, man, he's in the hardest industry in trucking, guys. A lot of people run from food service. They throw them jobs down y'all throat and y'all run from them because y'all don't want to work hard. He make it look cool to put in work and to get stuff going outside of trucking. That was the biggest thing somebody could ever show you guys on YouTube, is that, hey, food service is not bad. You got guys like Anthony TV here that are showing y'all in real time the elevation and growth and what you can do from food service.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the thing that we need right now in the industry. It's a breath of fresh air, because there's a lot of negativity on social media, YouTube, as far, especially in these comments below this video, gonna be here too.
Yep.
That you gotta work hard, but if you set yourself up, you can start transitioning outside of trucking to be bigger than, you can be more than just a dirty truck driver. Because right now, you know, we throwing piss bottles at truck stops. We can't park nowhere.
Right.
You know, everybody's out of shape, you know, out of breath. We smoke cigarettes, you know, we just dirty. And you know, you got guys like him that come on here every day, man, and he's the total opposite. So I think you guys should soak up all the free game that he's giving you guys. I think what he's doing right now is, you know, especially he afforded me the opportunity to come on here with you guys today, is unmatched. So watch guys like him when you're at that crossroads of where you want to be at, or do you want to get into truck driving. I would say yes. I would say follow the blueprint of people that's already done it and showing you in real time, and I think you're gonna be all right. And never shortchange yourself, or never succumb yourself to this one company or one endorsement. You know, watching him do what he's doing is showing you that it can be done, no matter how many hours you work, but it can be done. So
100%. Like,
you know,
we all got 24 hours in a day. So, you know, you just gotta prioritize those things that you want to do. We make time for the things that we want to do, and that's just what it boils down to.
Yeah,
people ask me all the time, man, you know, can you still work out and do food service? I can, and I know there are some other people out there too. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta make the time.
He made me a believer. I don't know how he do it, but he do it.
Yeah, man. So, you know, it's possible. That's all I'm saying. And like he said, man, by the way, you might well shout out, you just got your hazmat. Right? Talk your talk.
I just got my hazmat today, guys. Watching him go, I watched him go get off of work and go take his test, man, about a month ago.
Yo.
And he motivated me to go get my doubles and triples and hazmat when he put out that episode saying, is he leaving food service? That kind of opened my eyes to, hey, I need to go handle my stuff. So I just recently took my doubles and triples Friday.
Before he came here, he did a hazmat.
I studied over the weekend, man. I took my prerequisite class, and this morning, before I came to sit down with Anthony TV, I took and passed my hazmat exam. Now I'm just waiting for them to mail my license in the mail. So you never, no matter how good you're doing, no matter how bad you're doing, you never stop going forward. And you know, when I see guys like him that's already successful go do it, what's my excuse to not go study, get my hazmat? Yeah. So I just passed. Now all my doors are open. I don't have no automatic restrictions and none of that. I got every endorsement except passenger bus. You know, I may go do that. If I got time to go back to school, I'm gonna go do the 3-day refresher. But having all your endorsements is a breath of fresh air, man. I don't care how much you're making, man. It's always gonna be a change, and you gotta be in position to do it when that change comes. Because if you ain't got that hazmat, They only gonna make it harder for you. I just had to take a prerequisite because I was lazy 2 years ago before the prerequisite. Now you gotta pay double the money.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for a class, pass that class, and then go take your hazmat. Years ago it wasn't that. Now it's just getting harder, guys. They're gonna make it harder for you because it's all a money grab. And you're not making the money you used to make, but now they just keep upping the ante on you. So you gotta stay prepared before it gets bad, and keep your windows open, keep your options open, man. Options open.
Yeah,
So
100%. Bro, I'm glad you brought that up about changing and the prerequisites now to get a hazmat. Like you mentioned, like I didn't have to do that when I got my hazmat back in 2019. Now you got to take that ELDT course,
and you got to pass
where
that
you got,
course.
yeah, depending on when you got your CDL. So that legislation or that particular law, it could, you know, it could be that way to get another
It may do it for tankers.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So you really want to get them now, you know what I mean, before any changes take place. That's pretty much what we're saying.
Or even look what happened to them guys in California. The truck drivers in California just got screwed this year. This that fast overnight, you can't be an independent contractor no more. You either work for a company or you gotta eat up all the overhead of being an owner operator now. So seeing that happen, that lets me know that they're only gonna make it harder to be in trucking if you're not part of the top conglomerate super companies, you know, Swift, Warner, JB Hunt. They're gonna make it so it's only 5 or 6 people around. So if you don't have everything before it happens, as time goes on, they're only gonna make it harder on you guys. Just like I say, you wanna be on the operator now, you better be ready to sell out $20,000 for insurance.
Yeah.
I don't care if you got a clean driving record. If you live in the South, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, because of the hurricanes, you better have that money right if you think you're gonna be an owner operator, man. But you know, we in that I call it the in-between, man. We in that fun period, we in that fun time. And I think it's cool to be living it. You living in history right now. We going through, you know, we going through another transition in time where you either gotta get on the boat or get left. Just like they say with the pandemic and the PPP loans, and everybody wish they would have took out a loan. Now you got people going to jail for that now. You know, a lot of truck drivers thought they was gonna get over. They ain't get over. They getting picked up random days now. So you don't want to have that feeling of you missed out, or oh, I wish I should have had my stuff done. That's why I studied. I ran and got mine when I seen him get his. I peeped he was doing his. I figured something was coming up. I need to have my stuff in order, just like Anthony TV did. So if you watching this episode, do like he did, do like I did. Keep your options open and stay ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
That's the biggest thing in trucking, because you know, a company could post a job today, and if you may got that doubles and triples, but if you ain't got that hazmat, you ain't even gonna make it to the desk.
100%.
You know, so
that's a fact, man. Like, change is inevitable, guys. You just never know when it's gonna take place. And so, like you said, man, being prepared, I call it the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. When you're ready, you ain't got to get ready, man. So, you know, don't get caught by surprise. We're giving you the game right now. A lot of veteran guys, seasoned drivers, you guys already know this, but some of the new guys coming into the industry, I think this is some good counsel for you. You know what I mean? Like, don't procrastinate. Just go ahead and get it done, man. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Travel, appreciate you as
man,
always,
make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel, man. I'm dropping gems.
I'm definitely gonna add his link in the description of this video, man. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are already following that's watching this video, but if you're not, hit the link in the description. I'm gonna put his channel in there. Check him out. We got some really good content over there, always dropping gems, and he consistent. All right, I don't mind sharing people's channel that is consistent, because if they talking good stuff, people want to listen to it, people want to hear it. I hate sharing somebody's stuff and they don't post videos for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then the person go over there and they like, man, this person not posting videos. This man is super consistent. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, we not lazy over here, man.
Yeah, man. So appreciate you guys for tapping in, man. We gonna get ready to get up out of here. And until the next video, I'll catch y'all later, man. Peace.